Language is more than a tool for communication. It's the architecture of thought, the medium through which we interpret reality, and the foundation of the world we construct for ourselves. Speech, as the image of the mind, reveals the contours of our inner world, our beliefs, values, fears, and aspirations. Yet, many remain unaware of how profoundly language shapes their lives. The words you choose, the precision of your dialogue, and the stories you tell yourself determine the limits of your world. If your language is vague, reactive, or self-defeating, you'll remain stuck in mental chains. To break free, you must evolve your dialogue. The evolution of your speech is the evolution of your mind, and by extension, the evolution of your reality. The limits of language are the limits of your world. Austrian philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein once said, "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world." This statement underscores the intrinsic link between language and perception. Language is not merely descriptive, it's generative. The words you use frame how you interpret your experiences and possibilities. You literally live inside your definitions. Consider someone who frequently says, "I can't." Their language restricts them to a world where opportunities are inaccessible. In contrast, someone who says, "How can I?" opens the door to solutions and growth. The difference between these two phrases is subtle, yet the implications are profound. The former builds walls, the latter opens doors. Expanding your language expands your world. Learn new words, adopt precise vocabulary, and seek clarity in your expressions. The more nuanced your language, the more nuanced your understanding of reality. Complexity in thought and articulation allows you to navigate challenges with agility and seize opportunities with confidence. It's impossible to evolve until you evolve your dialogue. Change begins with dialogue, both internal and external. Your internal dialogue, the endless stream of thoughts running through your mind, dictates your perception of self and the world. If this dialogue is filled with negativity, doubt, and limitation, personal evolution is impossible. External dialogue, the way you communicate with others, mirrors your internal state. If your conversations are filled with vague platitudes or defensive justifications, it reveals an undeveloped understanding of yourself and your environment. To evolve, you must refine both your internal and external language. Evolving your dialogue requires intention. Replace self-defeating phrases with empowering ones. Instead of, "I'm not good at this," try, "I'm learning to improve." Instead of, "This is too hard," say, "This is challenging, but challenges make me stronger." These small shifts in language may seem trivial, but they create momentum for growth. The power of precision. The more accurate your language, the better your grasp on reality. Precision in language is precision in thought. A person with a limited vocabulary may struggle to describe their emotions, experiences, or ideas. Without accurate words, the grasp on reality becomes blurry, and their ability to influence it diminishes. Imagine trying to explain a complex concept with only a few generic words. The richness of the experience is lost, and so is the ability to fully understand or navigate it. Conversely, someone with a robust vocabulary can dissect these concepts, understand their nuances, and respond to them more effectively. Precision also applies to the words you use to describe goals, intentions, and outcomes. Vague language leads to vague results. Saying, "I want to be successful," is less actionable than, "I want to build a 7-figure business by providing high-value coaching services in the B2B finance niche." The latter gives you a clear target and a path to follow. Cultivate precision by studying language. Read widely, explore different fields, and engage in conversations that challenge you to articulate your thoughts clearly. Precision in language translates to precision in action, and ultimately, precision in results. Language keeps many of us in chains. Language has the power to liberate or enslave. Too often, people unknowingly trap themselves in linguistic prisons. These prisons are built from limiting beliefs, societal narratives, and cultural cliches that are absorbed without question. For example, phrases like, "That's just how things are," or "People like me don't succeed," reflect deep-seated limitations embedded in language. These statements create self-fulfilling prophecies. By accepting them as truth, people perpetuate the very conditions they wish to escape. Breaking free requires awareness and rebellion. Challenge the language that confines you. Replace disempowering narratives with ones that align with your highest potential. Speak as if the reality you desire already exists. The words you use today shape the life you will live tomorrow. The words you speak become the house you live in. Poet Hafiz wrote, "The words you speak become the house you live in." This metaphor captures the essence of how language constructs reality. Your words form the foundation of your mental and emotional environment. If your speech is filled with hope, confidence, and purpose, you will live in a house of possibility and abundance. If it's filled with doubt, fear, and resignation, you will live in a prison of limitation. Every word you speak carries energy. Words of encouragement build bridges, while words of criticism build walls. Words of gratitude create abundance, while words of complaint create scarcity. Pay attention to your daily vocabulary. Notice the patterns that emerge. Are your words building a sanctuary or a prison? Words determine frames, and frames determine everything. Language is the ultimate framer of experience. Frames are the mental structure through which we interpret and see the world. They determine what we notice, how we feel about it, and what actions we take. The words you choose establish these frames. For example, consider how framing influences perception in negotiation. Saying, "I want money because I deserve it," frames the conversation around entitlement. Saying, "I'm so glad to make money because I deliver an abundance of value," frames it around contribution. The second frame is more likely to achieve a positive outcome. The same principle applies to personal challenges. Framing a failure as evidence of my inadequacy traps you in a negative cycle. Framing it as a stepping stone to mastery transforms it into a growth opportunity. Words create frames, and frames shape outcomes. To master framing, be deliberate with your language. Use words that empower and inspire. Avoid absolutes like always and never, which create rigid frames. Embrace language that reflects growth, possibility, and resilience. Evolving your reality through evolved speech. The journey to a better life begins with better language. By evolving your speech, you expand your mental horizons, challenge limiting beliefs, and unlock new possibilities. Here are some practical steps to refine your language. Number 1. Audit your vocabulary. Reflect on the words and phrases you use most often. Identify patterns that limit or disempower you. Replace them with language that aligns with your goals and values. Number 2. Practice precision. Be specific in your speech. Avoid vague statements. The clearer your language, the clearer your thinking. Number 3. Adopt growth-oriented frames. Reframe challenges as opportunities and setbacks as lessons. Use language that supports resilience and adaptability. Number 4. Expand your linguistic toolbox. Read, write, and engage in diverse conversations. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and vocabulary, the more versatile your language becomes. Number 5. Speak with intent. Every word you speak has the power to create or destroy. Use your words wisely and intentionally. Conclusion. Speech is the mirror of your mind, the vehicle of thought, and the architect of your reality. The limits of language are indeed the limits of your world, but those limits are not fixed. By evolving your dialogue, both internal and external, you evolve yourself. Language is the blueprint for the house you live in. Choose your words carefully. Speak with precision, purpose, and power. Break free from the chains of limiting language and construct a reality that reflects your highest aspirations. The journey begins with a single word. Choose wisely. Talk to you soon.